That's where my phone might look.
What? Oh, we're live. Who's giving away free pins every 10 minutes?
The Figment guy pins. He was at the pin event. If you know who he is, him and his wife are super sweet people, local to Orlando, really big Figment fans, which is how I became friends with them. And they sell on Whatnot, and they're giving away pins every 10 minutes. So it is 8:30. So it's the 8:30 giveaway.
So we are here. I don't know if anybody's on. Let me text my son and make sure he sees it, but I think we're on. And hold on a second. We are going to be, for those of you watching.
I'm not seeing anything on my browser.
Okay. Okay. We should be live. Oh yes, we have Laura here coming in from Canada. Hey Laura, how are you? Disney Pin Love. Do you see the chat? Frances?
Yes, now I do.
Okay, good. So yay, Laura's our one person here. Frances and I got to meet face to face, which was super fun. At the One Family Pin event. And so I wanted to have you on, and I wanted to try to reestablish my Pin Sanity Pin Sunday, which has not been consistent, and I apologize to people, but it's partly hasn't been consistent because Sundays are just crazy, right? So this was my first big pin event, and it was so much fun, and I loved it. And Frances, you'd been to how many before? Fairy Tales?
So no, I have been to, like, they had the smaller ones right leading up to the pandemic where they do like just trading in between like people. And then they'll do like previews for like a quarter. So like they'll do the next 3 months worth of pins. So I went in November of 2019 and they did like December's Christmas pins, January and February's pins. Had one in February right before the pandemic, and they did the same thing where they were like March, April, May's pins, which of course were super delayed because the pandemic hit shortly after that.
Right.
So this was the first time that I had gone where you can get the APs and the PPs and do all of that jazz.
Yeah. So hi Danielle and Ben and Laura and Ryan, whoever's here. Glad you guys are here. Yeah, so this was your first of the really big once a year events. Did you do Heroes and Villains, the online? I did that last year.
I did both virtual ones. So the 2020 virtual one and then the 2021. I don't remember all of their names.
Okay. Heroes and Villains was last year, and the one before that, I think, was just the
20th
anniversary. I am wearing my EPCOT ears that I got in the World Showcase Year of the Ear from Erica Diacampo because they were perfect for talking about this. Because the first thing, if you've never been to one of these big pin events, I'm just telling people who may be watching, it does take place in EPCOT it's called the World Showcase. Is that what's
World Showplace is that building.
Showplace?
Yeah, it confuses my fiance all of the time.
Okay.
He's like, we're going to the World Showcase. I'm like, no, that's the World Showplace.
Well, it's the great big inside building that is like right next to Joffrey's as you pass Canada, right? And it's
UK and Canada, and it's like that huge conference center.
UK and Canada, but before France. So it's that conference center, and it's in air conditioning, which to me, like, that makes all the difference in the world in terms of whether or not I'm coming to an event in Orlando in August, right? So we were inside the whole time. Yeah, hi Mary Jo and Frank, they're here too. So I don't have all the freebies that we got, but I just wanted to explain a little bit to folks who are watching about the structure of the event, and then get into what we pulled and what
I have one of them.
Okay, good, because I didn't have that one. So at first, when you go, and I'm definitely planning on going next year, and I'm planning on going and assuming it's a 4-day event, not a 2-day event. So I've learned. The official event is 2 days. The day before, they have tables set up where people can come and set up tables in Coronado Springs. And I went to that at like 5 o'clock that night, and I was sort of blown away by the number of people who had their tables out. And
Mhm.
that's when, if you've bought pins through the RSP, which is the random, what is it? Random
Random selection
process.
process.
Right. It's basically a lottery. This time, because they had so not sold out the event, I got everything I asked for in the lottery. I don't know about you. Did you?
I think so. I didn't ask for a lot. There wasn't a lot that I wanted, to be honest. Everything I wanted went to Disneyland, so I had to go find my, like, Disneyland hookups this week, actually. Most of
Right.
them came the past couple days.
Um, there's a pin I really, really want that is already for sale in Europe that is coming to Shop Disney. The little, Aristocats strip.
Oh, because they keep pushing it back. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
I mean, it should hit Shop Disney, and if I don't get it, then I'm
I
gonna have
think it's the 13th now. They keep
yeah,
pushing it back.
yeah.
I want the Ewok from that one, the photograph ones. I want the little Ewoks because they look so dang adorable. I don't even collect Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. So, I didn't bring the pins that I bought. I'm gonna probably do that on another video. I bought way too many pins, but,
Uh, I
you
have the
basically
Mystic Manor one, and that's all I have sitting here. My pin pile of things I need to organize is literally right behind my laptop, so
okay,
the ones I haven't put away yet, I have, but I have the Mystic Manor one that I've or no, this is the Disneyland one, sorry, they have the same backer card.
okay, that's the Stitch one, right?
Yeah, this came from Disneyland, this came yesterday from
Sweet.
my pin pickup person.
Yeah, yeah. So, you go to Coronado Springs, and you pick up whatever you bought through the RSP, and you get your free lanyard. We did get a free pin. I don't remember which one it was. It's like okay, there you go. Um, what's his name and Figment? What's his name?
Dreamfinder.
What?
Dreamfinder, it's the whole reason that my name is Dreamfinding with Frances is
I'm
because I love
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
love Figment so much, and
I'm
you can't monetize with the word Disney in it, so I had to find something that was, like, something I could monetize a name for without having Disney in it.
you can't. I didn't
Oh,
know.
oh, we're gonna have an okay, this is not my influencer series, but we'll do an aside.
Okay.
Anything that's copyrighted, brands will not work with you, so as you get bigger, they're gonna ask you to not have Disney or Universal or Harry Potter or anything that's very,
Okay.
very well known because it's copyrighted, and they won't wanna work with you, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, Melissa's here. I'd actually asked Melissa if she wanted to be on this, but I thought you were busy, girl. How you doing? Um, so Melissa was at the event with us. So hello to
Did I meet
everybody.
her?
What?
I might have met her. Were you
You
opening
did.
pins with her on Thursday night? Okay.
Yes. Geeking out with Melly Mel, that's Melissa. So
Gotcha.
um, yeah. So they give you this big lanyard with your name on it, and then there are 4 tabs that say Friday down this way, 4 tabs that say Saturday down this way. There's a tab that says free gift, and there's a tab that says goodbye gift, right? And basically, what these tabs mean is for each day, you have 4 chances on Friday and 4 chances on Saturday to go up to the boards where you've got 60 seconds in front of a board of pins that Disney's put together in which you can give them 2 pins and you can pull ones that you want right off the board. Am I explaining this properly?
Mhm.
I lucked out because they did a new thing this year. Were you in the fast lines? I forget.
No, I didn't do that. Grad school budget was like, I can't justify it.
Okay. I mean, the whole event, it was $175 was the basic, and then it was
Yeah.
275 if you did Ohana, which I didn't do.
No,
Uh,
I didn't do that. I was basic as well.
now that I've done it, I don't see the reason to do Ohana. Like,
So you won the bid for like the fast pass tabby things, right? Okay,
yes,
then I don't know what the difference was because I thought Ohana got the fast pass tabs. And if you like won a bid for it, I guess then it's not.
I had to pay $30 to try to bid for it. And I think
That's
I would have,
probably why I didn't do it. I was like, I'm not risking $30.
well, and I think if I hadn't gotten it, they wouldn't have charged me the $30, was my impression.
Oh,
That might be
okay.
so. That actually meant that instead of going to 4 boards a day, I got to go to 6 boards a day. So instead of trading 8 pins a day, I was trading 12 pins a day. That was super worth it for $30. But you can turn in any pins you want as long as they are Disney, like actual Disney pins, not scrappers, not fakes. I agree with Frances. Frances, I saw your little short today about like how much
Oh, that's from a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I hate
people putting out what they know as scrappers and fakes. So basically, I mean, you can get like, you know, really cheap pins off of, say, discount Disney pin trading, or
or literally watch me my YouTube channels. I post when Shop Disney does it literally anytime. I will post a short that says, "Here, go buy good ones, go."
40% off. Come on, go
Yeah.
get them. Um, oh yeah, Melissa had the fast lane. Um, so, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up with these. Um, reading
Yes,
what people
Mary
said.
Jo, the event is in Orlando. The past 2 years it's been virtual, but
Yeah,
it's usually hosted in Disney World.
yeah. The, and the trading on the boards is kind of like the main point. You know what I mean? Now that I've
So intense. Yeah, it's the point, but it's so intense.
so you, the nice thing was, I guess there were only 600 tickets sold out of about 2,000, right?
I mean, that explains one of the pins that I'm going to show, how I was able to get it, so
Okay. Yeah, and that meant that like everybody was saying, "Oh, you spend forever waiting in line, but bring your traders with you, and then you can stand there in line and trade with the people in front and the back of you,"
yeah.
which I definitely did some of that, and that was fun.
I'm that also explains how I, like, got the Family Feud randomly thing because I have no luck. Like, everyone jokes that Key to Disney Cammy has, like, the best luck in the Disney community. I never win giveaways. Like, I never win anything. I'm not lucky. So when she was like, "You're playing Family Feud," and I was like, "What?" She was like, "You were randomly selected," and I was like, "That doesn't happen."
Yeah, well, you got it. So, yeah, you got it. And do you have what you won there, or do you put it away?
Yeah, they're behind me. I can grab them.
Okay. Um, because you won Family Feud. So
Mhm.
so yeah, there's these boards you go to, and then there's events during the day like Family Feud, like trivia, like um, I don't remember what else, but and then there's a whole section in the back where people are just trading, right? And some people pay for tables to sit down, and those tend to be like the bigger professional
Oh, yeah.
traders. But
Your, like, Pinfolio was there, Pyro Guy Pins was there, yeah, like, the bigger guys.
Marcy Mouse was there,
Yeah.
a bunch of people like that. Um, but I was told beforehand that like we wouldn't have any chance of getting a chair and sitting down, and it was fine. Like anytime I wanted to go sit down, there was
Mhm.
chairs and table space. So that was really nice, and that means I'm not sure if it will be quite as fun next year, right? If it's full, but
Yeah.
whatever. Um, so, do we want to start sharing pins with people since we got
Sure.
um, so So I ended up, okay, so here's the other huge thing to tell everyone is the second day, they let us pull 3 pins off the board instead of 2.
Which they never do. It's always been 2 at every single event, and everyone says that they were making up for the fact that that box should have had 3 pins in it, the glittery one. I don't know who made the decision. I don't know if it's because they undersold and they needed to get rid of inventory. I don't know if they were making up for it, but whichever higher up decided it, I appreciate them.
I think it was because there were 600 people, not 2,000, and they were trying to
Yeah.
get rid of inventory, because this they would have figured out a different way. There was a mystery box. This is, to me, actually one of the coolest ones. That was one of the things you could buy, and I have the ones I kept here. And they were just families and then a different language underneath each one. And this one's actually in Braille, and it actually is Braille. Like it's up, it's elevated. So
Mary Jo, I'm not an expert. I just play one on TikTok.
um, so not experts. So not experts. Um,
I say, as you can't see the, like, thousands of dollars of pins that are behind me because there's no light in my office.
well, you're way ahead of me. I'm like, I walked in there and I was like, gosh, I've got so much to catch up on. You know what I mean? There were people with like dozens of profile pins that they were trading and dozens of stamp
Yeah, if
pins. And
I get a profile pin, it's mine. If I like the Stitch one is $3,000. If I am trading or buying that pin, it's not going anywhere. I'm
I just,
framing it.
I just, yeah, I mean, whatever. That's
Or
a lot of
a
money.
Figment one that's coming out in 2 weeks that I'll probably never get my hands on because that'll go
Yeah,
like
the
crazy.
D23. There's a whole line of dragon pins. I want the Maleficent one, which I'll never get my hands on because everyone
Better
else.
chance of that than me getting Figment.
You think so?
The way that the Figment popcorn bucket went, yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Um, so Yeah, anyway. Um, oh, hi, Carolyn. Carolyn's here having Braille on a pin. She's a friend of mine. And let's see. So pins. So I have most of what I pulled off the board here. And almost everything I pulled off of the board was either an artist proof, meaning AP, or a pre-production, meaning PP, right?
Mhm.
So,
Do you wanna
Marcy Mouse,
explain what those are
yeah,
so people
Marcy
know?
Mouse was very skeptical to me about it. Let's hear your explanation, then I'll tell you
So,
hers.
because I've heard Rich do it because I'm watching his live show and he's been like reselling his for the past week. So the way that he explains it, and I trust him because he has like 20,000 followers on Instagram and is a very well-known trader. He explains it as pre-production pins are the first go at a pin. And there are 3 to 4 of them. They make a couple just to look at them and decide, like, yes, we want this color blue, or this is how it should look. Artist proof is about 10 to 15, and that is the one right before production, is how
I
he
thought they were
explains it to
always
me.
25 each, but maybe I'm wrong.
He explained it 10 to 15. If 25 is the correct number, I'm not sure. I just know pre-production is a very, very small number, very, very first pins, and then artist proof are right before they run it. I don't know
Okay.
the numbers off the top of my head, but I know pre-production is smaller and artist proof has slightly more.
Okay. And it probably depends on the lot of pins too, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it may be 5 and 10, other times it may be 15 and 25 or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that makes sense. So that means that the PP, the pre-production, are even more theoretically valuable than the
Which is
AP,
why I'm
right?
really excited about one of the pins that I pulled.
So almost everything we got off the board was AP or PP, and sometimes the marks are so freaking teeny. I kept running over to Kylie, crazy Kylie 14, and sometimes I asked you, but like I needed 20 something eyes because my 50
I
something.
couldn't find one on a small world pin. I finally found it and I was like, holy crap, this thing is like the smallest thing on top of a date in the freaking corner.
Yeah, you want to almost take a highlighter and be like, it's right here.
Like I'm
Um,
26. I don't think my eyes are that bad, but I was just like, and the lighting in that thing is terrible.
yeah,
The lighting in that space is so bad for you to be able to look at pins.
and that doesn't make sense. Like that is something that if Disney actually had a nice way to give feedback, that we could all send feedback and say, keep it brighter. You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
that conference center never had bright lights. Like they opened it up for food and wine the first year they had food and wine post pandemic, and it's always like dark and dingy and blue looking in there.
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah, blue, purple. It just, like you almost had to get outside to see the color of some of the pins. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, so show me, let's start showing pins. Um,
Okay. So my pièce de résistance
uh-huh.
is a never released pre-production pin because I can't find anything about it on the internet. So it is the Splash Mountain Bluebird from the Play series.
Bring it as close as you can. Oh, that's
So it's the
adorable.
Splash Mountain Bluebird,
Uh-huh.
and I think they meant to release it and then they pulled it because they made the announcement that Splash Mountain was getting its overlay because that was about the time that all these pins came out and they never did. So this is pre-production. So right now I'm selling it on eBay for $200 because I don't care about Splash Mountain. And I was like, I'm going to pay for my ticket back.
That's a ton because Splash Mountain pins are getting more valuable by the day because Splash Mountain's shutting down. You know,
I'm
events.
going to give it 2 more weeks until D23 and I think this pin will no longer be in my possession because it'll have a date.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this was the pièce de résistance is the little bluebird from Splash Mountain from the Play series. So if you're familiar with this, there's like an Everest one, there's like a Peter Pan one. They're all limited release and they were only out for a little bit. I think you can only get the Animal Kingdom ones left. I think the Everest one is the only one that's left that's still out. Um, but this one was never released because I literally can't find it anywhere.
That's wild. Um,
We talk about
man.
how intimidating the boards are. Like, I don't know about you, but like 60 seconds to stare at an entire board and like absorb it all in is not enough time.
Okay,
And
so
also them screaming at you, going 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds does not help me with anxiety.
you can't even see me do the arms because I don't have a big enough screen, but the main boards are about 3 feet by 2.5 feet. right?
There's
Cork board.
probably at least 100 to 150 pins in there that you have to look at in 60 seconds and decide which 2 to 3 pins
Right.
you want in 60 seconds.
And I decided, so there were maybe 4 or 5 lines with the normal boards, and then there were 3, like, shorter lines, and they were
The
not, I'm
game
not talking,
ones, right?
right, I'm not talking about the quick line, I'm talking about the game ones, and the
Mhm.
game ones, I mean, they were sort of lame games, like, one of them, you spun a wheel and
Yeah, I
it took
played
you.
Plinko once each day, like the Cheshire Plinko.
Uh-huh. I think the tire one was the best, and that wasn't a game, I think.
I did like that one. I got
The
some cool
tire one,
Halloween pins from that one.
yeah, the tire one had these tire barrels, and it had 2 big tire barrels, which were like, this big around. It had 4, so it had 2 on one side and 2 on the other, and so you went forward, and you got to look at the 2 big tire barrels, and they were all full, like, the pins were all closely in together, and so it felt like you were still getting as many pins to look at as you looked at the big board, but, I just liked that they were closer in together. They were sort of easier to look at, and the line were the lines were much shorter.
Mhm.
Um, so that was good. And then Plinko, you play Plinko, and then it tells you which box you're going to out of. One had several Olafs, and the other one had, what was it? Was it Cheshire Cat?
Yeah, I
Uh,
played Plinko with Cheshire, and I think it was 4 and 4, so it was 4 on one side with one cast member, 4 on the other side with the other.
right. And then the spinning wheel was the Olaf one. So
Mhm.
there were, 4 different Olaf boxes on each side, and there were 2 sides. Um, so so yeah, they literally, like, I went up there each time, and you give them your pins first, and then I went up there each time with my hands like this, and I was like, okay, wait, because I wanted to be like right there in front of the board and have my stuff down, and then be like, okay, go, and then they'll tell you 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 5 seconds. Um, so
Yeah.
okay, uh, can I show you some of the ones I pulled?
I know, I remember the Haunted Mansion one, that was my favorite, whichever Haunted
Yeah,
Mansion one you pulled.
this is one of my History Resistances. I mean, I think it's one of the more valuable ones I pulled, and it was a limited edition of 1500 to begin with. It was from the 50th of Haunted Mansion. I'm not sure if it was from the 50th at Disneyland or Disney World, but it also is a very cool. Look at that. So reportedly, this pin goes for roughly $100, even when it's not an AP. Um, I haven't
Yeah, so
looked into it.
I would add $20 to $25 for it being an AP.
Yeah, so you
That's
see right
usually
there,
how
it
the
says
pricing goes.
AP right there. Um, I am trying to decide if I'm keeping this one for a while or letting go of it. I had a Haunted Mansion collection, and then I started clearing it away because I
I
just
should have
had too.
known you when you were clearing it away, it's one of my side collections.
Well, it's none of it was really. I still have some of it, but none of it's
Mhm.
like super fantastic. And the ones that were, I've held on to so far. Like, I'm thinking of turning it into a Madame Leota collection and just keeping the Madame Leota pins. Because she's awesome.
If I ever
Um,
do it, I'm gonna switch, but I'm gonna do Constance because I like
uh-huh.
Constance, she's my favorite ghost.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I got a bunch of, well, here, um, I got a bunch of cruise ones that I pulled off the board. And I'm pretty aware of most of the cruise pins out there. I mean, not necessarily all of them, but not the old ones, but like the current ones. So let me show you this board. And oh, there's a Groot. He has nothing to do with cruising. Um, and the Cheshire has nothing to do with cruising, but I'll pull them off. Um, I got 5 different cruise ones, and I love Captain Minnie. She's like one of my favorites.
Mhm.
This one, I believe, was a PP, and I'm keeping her for sure. Um, and right now I can't find it, but she's either AP or PP. And then this one, and I'm assuming they're coming out as either a pair.
I don't think I've seen those pins, so I think those might be new.
Right, right. So
But
the
yeah,
fact.
that looks like it would be on a double pin back, like a double open edition
Right,
pin
it
back.
does. It looks like they'd be paired together. But so I was wondering when I went on the Wish if I'd seen them, and I didn't. So they have not been out. as far as I can tell. And so that's just really exciting to like get cruise pins ahead of everybody else. Um, this one's a PP. This pin has been in the cruise lines for a while.
Oh yeah, I've
It's
seen that. Yeah.
yeah, um, and it's an open edition pin besides the PP, um, which is fine. And then I got Daisy. She's an
That
A.
one's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, just super cute. And so, like a lot of those are staying in my collection for sure.
Mhm.
Show me more what you got.
So my mentality on the boards were if I didn't see Stitch, Figment, or Muppets, which are my three main collections, I went for something I knew I could trade for something that I wanted or that I could hawk and make money, like the Splash Mountain pin, which is not like the great mentality.
No,
But the pièce de résistance that I got for like my personal collection is actually from the Family Fairy Tales event. It's limited edition 300 and it's artist proof, and it says "My dog is my Ohana," and it's Stitch.
oh,
So this is
that's
staying in my
awesome.
collection because I love Stitch. So this one's staying in mine, but it's cool that I found like an LA 300 and it's artist proof. I did a lot of like Haunted Mansion and Halloween pins, I guess they were getting rid of. So I found, is this pre-production? This is pre-production from the limited release Haunted Mansion set from like 2 years ago. So this is the
Yeah.
like screen printed Sally Slater one. So I have both
Mhm.
of these. I have the original, or I have this one, and then I have the one that was released in the box. They look exactly the same. Some of them you can tell the difference. They look exactly the same to me. Same thing with this one. This is a Stitch pre-production pin from the Food and Wine mystery box from 2019, I want to say. So it's Stitch in front of like the
Ooh, that
Japanese
was
flag.
right. That was
This one is slightly bigger than the one that I had that came out of the box, but like it just looks like they like pinched and zoomed in a little bit because I've
that's
compared them.
so
So like this one
cool.
is, yeah, this one's like maybe like a millimeter on all sides, and it just looks like they went a little bit and was like, we need to make it slightly smaller.
Okay,
But
so
that's
now
the
I'll have
only,
to go buy this pin to
yeah,
like the
that's,
visual.
so I don't know how like much you are on TikTok, but there's this audio that's like a Birkin, another Birkin. What's the difference between these Birkins? So like I used that audio with these two pins, and then people kept commenting and they're like, one of them's fake. And I was like, actually, what is the difference between these pins? And I'll be like, they're not fake. One of them is really cool. So this one's bigger. That's what I figured out.
That's really
Um,
cool.
and then two more Halloween pins because I love Halloween. This one is an open edition from 2019. I gotta find where the thing's hiding. Hold on. This is an AP stamped in the very, very dark.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
this one is Happy Halloween 2019 from Milani. And I think this is AP as well. Yeah, this is AP as well. So I got a good mix of like AP and PP pins. The rest of them
Mhm.
I've already put away. These are the ones that were still handy when you asked me. And I think this one glows in the dark because you can see it reflecting off my ring light.
Yes, it's practically glowing now. I got a few Christmas and Halloween. Well, I got two Halloween ones, so I'll show you those because since you're making me think about it, I got this one.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cute. Oh, I like that one. I like that pumpkin.
yeah, and let's see what it's an AP. I don't know when it's from. I haven't sat and done the research on all the pins like you have yet. Um, I'm barely unpacked from my trips.
Well,
So.
you also went on a cruise. Like I just like drove to my house after the event each night and just like unpacked everything.
Yeah, well, that's true. That one, oh, and this one because I just love Minnie as a witch. I love her in costume. So, and I grew up
Oh, I
watching Witch.
think that was on a booster pack from last year or the year before. That looks really familiar, but I think it was on like a 4 pin set, and I think Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are the other three.
Yeah, I don't think
That one
I
looks
don't remember,
really familiar.
but yeah, this is an AP, and I love the colors, and I don't know when purple became a Halloween color, but I just think purple and green on Halloween is so fun with the
I think
orange.
when like Maleficent and like all the like villains have that as their colors.
Right. So here's another cruise one that was on this other board. I think I'm trying to see. Oh, it's AP, um, but it's nice and glittery. Isn't that cool? I don't remember ever seeing
That That came
it.
from a mystery box, and I wanna say it was released in Disneyland, and it's like Mickey throughout the years. I think it came out right around his birthday. And I
Oh,
want
around
to
the
say
90th?
there's like, yeah, I want to say there was like him in front of like a castle and him in front of like Safari and like train conductor Mickey. Like I've seen that pin before, but I don't know the name of the set.
Actually, you're right. That makes sense because it says limited release on the back, and it does not say Disney Cruise Line. So this
Yeah,
was
so
not.
I think it's like a
Yeah,
10 pin. It's a 10 pin set, I want to say. And
right.
they're all like colorful with glittery different color circles in the back, but it's like him in different like outfits.
It's so funny because, like, obviously he's cruising here, but
Yes.
it's not a. And
Yeah.
my friend who's going to be going on our next cruise with us, who's one of my best friends, he finds it so hilarious that I call it cruising, and he's like, "You just love talking about cruising." I'm like,
I mean, I feel like if you go on enough of them, that is it. Like my parents cruise, are cruisers, cruising a lot.
right. No, there's just another use of that word, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What if you go cruising on a cruise?" I'm like, "Then it's the Love Boat." Anyway, let's keep it. So yeah. Let me show you. I did actually. Now I want to go compare these two. I did get two pins that I definitely already have.
Oh, I have like 4 or 5 that I already have, like that Stitch one, the Sally Slater, a couple Pandora pins I'd already have, but I was like, I think it's cool that if I have like I can say that
Right,
I have the one that was released to the mass public, and then I also have like the AP or the PP. I'm not
right,
gonna go do that for every single pin that I have because then I'll be broke because the AP and PP can be super expensive, but it's
right, for
kind of fun at
sure.
the event. Yeah, it was kind of fun at the event to find some.
So this one was an AP, and this was actually the only Aristocats pin that I saw on the board. So I was a little
Yeah,
bummed about
I didn't see them.
just
I didn't see any Muppets or Figment, but the Figment guy got them all, so that's why, and then I had to bid on them in his live show, so that's why I didn't see any Muppets or Figment.
I see we need to do a trade, and I might have a Muppet pin that I pulled off the
I
board.
have all of those pumpkins that you want, so I still have most of them. Spider-Man
Okay.
and Groot I traded already, unfortunately, but I have the rest of them.
Um,
Oh, that's cute.
and this one as well. So where is it? I think yeah, I have a Muppet Babies um, AP that I pulled off the board.
Figment guy pulled that one too. Yep. I blame him because he was always in line like 4 ahead of me, and he was like, "Look at the Muppet pin I got," and I was like, "I hate you."
You're like, can I have it, please? What can I give you? Um, yeah, I'm trying to find. This is definitely an AP, I think, but I can't find it right now. Ah, I'm sorry. Um,
Like, I traded him for this pen, like, it has his logo on it and stuff. He got this at the event, and I know you
this
got this at the event too.
no, I didn't go to that event. But you have the AP of that. I
Yeah.
actually
I thought you have this pen. I remember seeing it in a
I
video.
do have this pin. It was like a grail of mine for a long time, and I bought it. Um,
Oh, I thought you got it at the event. See, I'm very behind on YouTube videos, so if you
uh,
probably posted that video, like, 3 months ago, and I just assumed that it was, like, this week's video. You're
no,
like,
one
"I
or
got this
two months,
pin."
not that long ago. I didn't get it at the event, but
Okay.
I'm blanking on where I got it. But you know, Rafi's adopted, and
Mhm,
he loves Stitch. Like we all love Stitch in our family, but he loves Stitch more than anyone. So to have him holding the adoption papers, like
mhm,
that was a grail pin for Rafi. You
mhm.
know, yeah. Nina's here. Hi, Nina. Um, I'm sorry if we're not reading the stuff enough.
I'm
Um,
kinda, like, looking off the side a little bit, but I'm also
yeah.
paying attention to the Figment guy running his giveaways every 10 minutes.
So let me show you some more of what I got. I got some Christmas pins. I'll show you in a minute. But I think I showed you this at the event. I got
Oh,
a
no, I didn't know you got one of those. How did everyone get these pins and I didn't see a single freaking one on a board?
I don't know, but somebody told me that they thought that they were coming out with them and hurry into line, and I did.
Rich
So
got
this,
one again. He was 4 people in front of me, and he pulled it off of the cars thing.
and I don't. I think this is AP. I have to find it, but what's his name from Jungle Book?
Ka.
Ka.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
his name.
So I don't. He's one that like.
Oh, you can
Totally
probably
don't.
get a pretty penny for that. Those things go for a heck of a lot of money.
Yeah, totally don't care about him, but I will either like put him in an auction on Pin Trading with Pow or sell him or what have you.
I gotta
Um,
join that Facebook group. I've heard you plug it a couple times, and I don't know if I want to, but I kind of am tempted to.
it's really good, and sometimes I hate to say this, but sometimes when you're auctioning off the great pins, if there are enough people playing, you'll get really good value for your pin. You know.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna hawk the Splash Mountain.
Hi, Rafi.
And I think
It's dangerous because you have to give your pin to whoever. Like you
yeah,
can't say no to everybody. So that's where you want to just be
and then
sure.
someone can trade me those WDI Haunted Mansion, Muppet Haunted Mansion Doorway pins that I want so bad that are like $300 a piece on eBay.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you remember Francis?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. So we are live, and yeah, I've got a ton more. Can I just keep showing you stuff?
Yeah, I put away most of mine. But
Okay.
my video of my full haul is getting posted tomorrow at 7, so everyone can watch it there. I filmed it and edited it finally. Oh, that's cute. That was a double pin set. Mickey is her match when it was like released in the parks.
Right. And this is an AP, and I collect Minnie. I don't really collect Mickey, so so I'm keeping her for sure. This one I actually just saw. Dream 499 sold a set of these for $100 with 3 other pins. This is from the 90th, and it's limited edition. Is that 200? No, 2000. Limited edition of 2000, and then I believe it's an AP. So that's kind of cool. And some of these are ones that I just thought, like, if you get to the board and there's nothing that you collect or none of your friends collect, then it's like,
Or you're just like me and you panic and you see the Splash Mountain Bluebird and you're like, I'm grabbing it.
right. I got this magical milestones.
Oh, I got one of those. I got a Small World AP for that, but it already sold on eBay, so I don't have it anymore.
Okay. I got a Tom Sawyer.
Oh, that's cool. Mine was Small World Holiday at Disneyland, so it was like the Small World Disneyland clock.
Oh, I'm sure that was like super hot. How much did it sell for?
80, I think.
Yeah, see, okay,
The original pin was like few and far between, and I found it for like 40 or 50, so I just added it, and they didn't bid for it. They bought it straight out, which means you have to add the like 25% eBay ads if you buy it straight out. So I banked more because I think they would have bid on it. It would have been like $62, but they were like, "Nah, I want it right now." So it went to whatever 82 something for the buy now price.
nice. Um, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a bottom line for people who are considering, is it worth their money to come to this event? If you ever sell pins ever, it's worth your money to come to the
I've
event.
almost made my ticket back in the 2 pins that I've sold. The other Splash Mountain pin that I have in that Small World one, I made $150, so technically I'm $25 short of not making my ticket back.
Right. I got this one. This is actually the Chaser. It says Chaser on
Oh,
it.
is that the Christmas Carol puzzle?
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep. Daisy Chaser. So it was an LE 500, and then it is the.
I'm gonna roll back and see if I can find my pin winnings if they're still.
It's an AP of an LE 500, so that's like pretty darn special, right? I got a couple other pins. There was also a guy at one point. I think it was Kylie pulled me into a line, and I said, "What is this?" And she said, "He's trading more." And so there was a guy that came out with a lanyard. Did you see that on the second
Oh,
page?
it was probably Jess's colleague. Yeah, I saw him and Jess.
Okay. And they had lanyards, and you could trade a lanyard. It was a man and a woman.
Yeah, the woman was Jess.
Okay. Okay.
She's
So
not. If you follow her on Instagram, she's like Jess something something or other. I follow her. She designs all the pins. Like she designed this pin. She's the head designer for pins for Disney, or like one of the head designers. So like this was the pin that she designed.
wow. So would she have been giving away things she designed?
So Rich, the Figment guy, I'm just gonna keep plugging him. He got 2 pre-production hidden Mickey pins off of her lanyard that don't even have Mickey waffling on the back of them.
Wow.
Like that is how rare of pins or random of pins that she had.
I got this off of hers.
Oh yeah, That's from the mystery box set from a couple pin events ago. I recognize it. Yeah,
See, you just know everything.
I do.
It does. Animation Celebration, that's what it
That
is.
one, yeah, which I think predates Fairy Tales, so I think that was 2018. I think Fairy Tales was 2019 because I was
Yes.
down here for it. I just didn't go to it. I think
Yeah,
2018
it's
was.
definitely. Oh, and this is the Chaser, LE400 from that. So, and it's the AP of the Chaser again,
Mhm.
right? So, like, I don't know who wants that pin, but it's a special pin. This pin is one actually that is in Rafi's collection already, and I grabbed it because he has a train
Oh,
collection.
that's cute.
Yeah, and this one's an AP of that. But yeah, I haven't given it to him yet. He's not very careful with his pins. He's left now. He's not very careful with his pins, and I think I'm gonna like get the ones that I've gotten for him that are actually valuable and like put them in a frame with glass and
Gotcha.
hang them in his room. So um, he gets.
Again, Laura, I play a pin expert on TikTok. This is all I do on my TikTok or my YouTube shorts, which are just repurposed TikToks. So yes, I'm a wealth of knowledge. So I'm gonna pause you for a second. This is one of the things that I won in Family Feud. So if you won the games, you got a mystery bag of pins, and everyone had different stuff in their bag, but they're all valued about the same. And if I had to guess, because I haven't valued everything, because I'm keeping two of my items and I'm not valuing them if they're just going to go on my boards, I would have to say it was roughly between $400 and $500 worth of pins if you won the game, which is amazing. So Family Feud, again, was played with like two families of five. It was random strangers. Only the winning family each got a bag. So if you were on the losing family, even if you were up there, you just got like a really lame tote bag that I can show in a second because my tote bag is still out. You had to like actually win Family Feud to win something. So this is from Hong Kong Disneyland's 10th anniversary, I want to say, and it's still in its plastic, so it's going to have a reflection because my lights. This is limited edition of 1,000, and it comes on this like storyboard thing, and it looks like it's a 10 pin set with various characters. The pin that I got is Anna, Elsa, and Olaf. I kind of wish I got the Stitch pin.
I mean, it might be one of those sets. Like they did this on the cruise line sometimes, where they sell the board with Anna, Olaf, and
Yeah, there's
Elsa.
like a
You have
yeah,
to
there's
buy
a
the
Stitch
other
one
stuff.
down here, which I would have liked more than Anna, Elsa, and Olaf, but this is kind of cool. What else did I get? The pièce de résistance that I am keeping. This is the Haunted Mansion 40th anniversary of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion LE 250 set. It's a box pin set.
Wow.
So this one I'm not trading or doing anything with, and I'm keeping this one, so I haven't valued it. Another pin that I got was from the 60th anniversary of Disneyland, and it's like a jumbo pin. That one's going on eBay for like $100-ish. This was the tote bag that the losers got as well as we also got. It says pin trading.
Just the way you're like, this losers got
Pin
it.
trading Disneyland Paris. Well, okay, if you see us walking around with like $500 worth of like WDI pins and then you just get this bag, I feel like you're kind of salty about it.
Right. Well, hey, they got a chance. I didn't even get a chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like open edition, like lanyard medal holder, and then Stitch pin. And then I got a tin of, I think this is Hong Kong Disneyland's 10th anniversary again. There's like 5 random Mickey pins in here. I don't know how much this is. I haven't looked at these yet, but I did open them.
Mm-hmm. Those are the type that probably initially sell for $40, but then resell for,
Yeah, they come in like little plastic like this, and they're like Mickey dressed as like different stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. I got a mini jumbo. Wait, is this a PP? This is a PP of Pandora. Do you know when this?
Is that? Do I have that pin? Since I don't have that pin, I'm gonna go with it's an older pin, so it's probably from around when it opened because I have all of the recent Pandora pins because for some reason that became a side collection.
Okay.
Of mine.
Yeah, it's got. You can see you can see the year on here, but I can't. I think it says 2020.
Oh. And I don't know why I don't have it.
Um, so, and I got a Flynn Rider stained glass pin.
Oh, I've never seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, I just grabbed it because I don't collect Rapunzel, but I mean, Flynn's a fun character. Um, this is a limited release. Um, and then Doctor Strange.
Oh, that doesn't even look like a Disney pin. It looks like a Universal pin, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but it's definitely Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it just looks like the art style that you like see of the Avengers in Universal.
Right. But it's more from the comics, really. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Um, so Joan is taking a class this semester. That's the kind of class that makes me want to go back to college, which is from comics to film. So
Ooh.
his first assignment was read any Spider-Man comic. You know, just sounds fun. I got pulled two of these off the board, and then Dirk, who's Melissa's husband, I don't know if she's still there, traded me for the third one of this set. So
I can tell you the not AP or PP goes for $100 for that set. So it's $100 right there. Because I sold mine at the end of last year.
I finally bought one when I found it for $80 on eBay. So I have it. I have the regular set, and I think I'm going to turn around. I'm either going to sell the AP or sell the regular set. But I'm not sure about the backer card. Like, how much do you think the backer card's worth in that case? You know, because I have one backer card in two sets.
Supposedly backer cards like add to the, I mean, if it was like a WDI pin, like the backer card is going to validate, for most times it's going to validate the pin for something like that. I don't think it's been faked. The Mickey Memories has been faked a lot, but Wisdom and the main attraction ones haven't. So I think you're okay without the backer card. And
Yeah.
people know that if you're selling like an AP or a PP, it's not going to have a backer card. So at least if you're selling that version of the set, I feel like people will take you more seriously than if you were just like, I'm selling the regular one without the backer card. Then people
Well,
would
I
be
might
like,
put
oh,
the AP with the backer and keep that. That's what I'm trying to decide, you know. But
okay.
it's up to I got to think through that. But you know, that's like $100 right there, one way or another. You know,
Uh-huh.
and maybe 125. I got this Walt pin that was limited edition, 4,500, and it's an AP.
Oh, yeah. You showed me that one. I remember that one.
Yeah, 2019. So, um, and I don't collect Walt, but just about everybody does. You know what I mean? So,
I also do not collect him.
I mean, you know, it's a hot item. Do you know what I mean? To trade
But I collect Stitch, which everyone and their mother collects. So I do have a collection that everyone has.
right, right.
But in my defense, Stitch came out when I was 5 and I loved that movie. So like that was my childhood, like growing up good film.
Yeah, I get that. So I've got just a few more to share. I got some more Christmas ones. Did I show you? Oh, I showed you the Daisy and the Minnie. I loved these pins when they came out, and I only got a few of them. So I got.
Oh, yeah, I have the resorts that I like. So that's Riviera. I recognized Mickey and Minnie. Who's Goofy for?
Right, Riviera and Saratoga Springs is Goofy.
Gotcha.
And
I usually collect Hilton Head because it's the DVC home resort for my family. And then there's a character like Stitch. I'll probably grab that one. And then usually I grab the Boardwalk because that's where I did my college program. So
nice. Yeah, I mean, I haven't stayed in that many resorts, but usually I just grab the characters.
They always turn out so nice. This year's looked really nice at the preview. That's this year's Christmas set, like the resorts one like that was really pretty. And then the mystery, like the advent calendar that makes the wreath is also going to kill me because there's a Figment and a Stitch in there, which means I'm going to have to buy the full 25 freaking advent calendar or trade for the 2 pins.
I think it's worth waiting. Like I ended up getting the one from 2020 when it went on sale on eBay for like $130 instead of $2. You know, I never found the stockings that low. So maybe that was just a 2020 blip because it was
Yeah.
2020. You know what I mean?
That and the Muppet Christmas Carol mystery box set's gonna kill my wallet because I'm gonna have to finish that entire set.
Yeah, that's super cute. So I got
Oh, Pluto.
this is I believe 2000. Can I read that? I don't know. 18 from the contemporary.
I think
Um,
that I have the Boardwalk one. Yeah, that's 2018. I have the Boardwalk one.
so I got that. And then my most valuable, which I am not quite sure what it's worth, and I'm deciding if I'm going to auction it on Pin Trading for POW or if I'm going to put it on eBay or just hang on to it for a while, is an AP of Nurses Day 2020. I'm sure I told you about this.
I don't know why 2020 is I do because of the pandemic and everything, but like that year's Nurses Day pin just went crazy.
It went absolutely crazy. And when I went
I
on
think it's
eBay,
because they released it right before the pandemic or like right when they reopened and everyone like went nuts about it and no one could get it because like I didn't go to Disney Springs until like a month after everything started opening back up. I wasn't sure what was happening. So
yeah, no, Nurses Day came out. Isn't it usually April or May? And I
yeah,
think
so
they sold it online and then it was gone in an instant. But that's when nurses were still like dying at their jobs, and um, it is still selling on eBay for anywhere from 125. I think the ones that have actually sold have been like 100 to 125. There's one person asking 600 for it, and that's without the AP, right? So um, I don't know. We'll figure out what I'm going to do with
I
it.
don't I
But
don't think you can get 600, but maybe like 150 to 175.
I, I mean, I'm happy with 100. Like I gave them a $3 pin for this. You know what I mean? I'm not a
Very
nurse.
true, very true. Yeah, I gave like dollar key pins that I got from Shop Disney for super cheap. So yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, it was super fun. I don't know who's still on. Do people have questions? Um, Kylie picked up pins for Nina. Uh, does anybody have questions out there or thoughts? We also had a ton of fun. Frances took me on Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Did I get
then
Conga with you? Who did I get Conga with that weekend? Because Conga is now my new favorite song.
it might have been me. And then the next day, I went with the boys, and I got Tears for Fears. Everyone wants to rule the world,
See,
and that
so Conga's like super upbeat and like it feels so fast, but Tears for Fears makes it seem like you're like floating through space, which makes it feel like a completely different experience, which is why I
uh,
like the random song process of that.
right. Well, Tears for Fears. I mean, I was 15 when that album came out. Like that album meant a lot to me. So like I
That's the
know
song I got during my AP preview, and that was when I was, like, iffy during that attraction because I was like, "I don't know how I feel about this," but, like, the upbeat songs definitely make the ride go a lot faster.
no, but I mean, to me, everybody wants to rule the world, and there's this huge stone monster. Like it was
Yeah,
perfect. And yeah, Rafi wasn't sure he wanted to go on it, and then he's like, "That was awesome,"
such a good attraction.
such a good ride. So yeah,
Apparently,
just
you're dating yourself more.
what?
According to Carolyn, you're dating yourself more.
Yeah, well, I'm old, Carolyn, millennial. She's a
Hey,
total millennial baby. Um,
I am also a millennial, so it's fine.
I know. You're the end of the millennials. She's sort
Yes,
of the beginning of the millennials. She's
yes.
got two
I
kids.
am that weird, awkward, like, 3 years where they don't know if I'm Z or a millennial, and they're like, "You're just confused."
I don't think you're a Z. I think, I
I don't
mean,
know, 95 is classified as potentially Z.
okay.
'Cause I'm in that weird age where, like, we still went outside and played and, like, watched TV and stuff, but, like, also we knew the internet.
Okay.
So,
We still went outside and played. Yeah.
kids
My,
don't do that now. They play video games and go on the computer and watch TikToks and play on their phone.
it's true. Um, so yeah, no, my kids are definitely Gen Z. Um, and Carolyn's definitely a millennial. Sorry. S- you know, but yes, I'm old. I'm just old. So Same age as the Aristocats. That's what it comes down to. Year older than Walt Disney World. Um, so yeah, so we got some great pins. And this is not even like, we haven't shown you what we bought from what was for sale, and we haven't shown you what we traded. Yes, show the Tinkerbell up close if you would. That was the gift pin.
Yeah, this was the second day. The first day was the Tervis. I'm using mine. Mine had Starbucks in it this morning, and then it has like photos of Walt and like Mickey Mouse in it. Kind of
Yeah,
see with
which
the
is
shadows.
it's a really nice gift pin. So we all walked away with one of those.
Yeah. And both of these are LE of 2000 because that's the event type. I don't know how much this one is going for, but this one is currently going on eBay for like $200 because it's Figment. So if you want to make more money back and you don't like Figment, there you go, Val.
I don't care about Figment for $200. I mean, no, yeah. Wow. Okay, so
yeah, that one's going for good. The Figment peoples really want it.
The Figment peoples. All right.
Yes.
Well, they can have mine. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of the mystery boxes. I kept Captain Marvel, which I traded, I think you for. I have my Pandora pin. Yeah, most of my mysteries are there. I have a couple of the pins that I traded people for just sitting here because I haven't put them away yet.
I haven't. I'm holding mine until I can like do a video of it because it was so spectacular and I was so happy. And I've just never been to anything even remotely that huge, and it was so much fun. And so back at the beginning, I said it's a 4-day event. There's trading the day before when you pick up your RSP and your lanyard, and that's official at Coronado Springs. And then there was an unofficial event at, I think it was the Holiday Inn.
There was about 3 going on that day. So
Oh, really?
Sunday was the Figment guy and his pin trading group hosted in Epcot that morning. The Holiday Inn at Disney Springs was hosted by TD Collectibles, who is big in the pin community. They like do with like Pinfolio and Go Pin Pro. And then that Saturday afternoon, after everyone left, there was another one hosted by a different pin group from the West Coast at Desertland, which is over on International Drive. So that one would have been a hike for anyone that was like staying in the Disney area.
Mhm.
International Drive's over by Universal. But the Holiday Inn over in Springs wouldn't have been far. Neither would have Epcot.
Yeah, the Holiday Inn's the only one I did hear that people were meeting at Epcot, but I think I would have gone to Holiday Inn if I'd had another day. I was in the parks. I was at Animal Kingdom that day, but I was with the kids and, had planned on, they would have killed me if I did another day of like, goodbye, I'm pin trading. And I was so happy. Like, I really, we're talking a lot about the monetary values. Like, I went in there, like, I don't know what to expect. I just want to meet a few people, maybe pull 1 grail or 2 grails or like a few cool pins. And I really just felt really overwhelmed by how many great things I found and trades I made.
The boards. Like, I wish I got more than 60 seconds. Like, especially the second day when they gave us 3 pins. Like, I cannot process that many pins in 60. I understand why, because people will stand there all day and like look at all of them. So, like, to be fair, 60 seconds is 60 seconds, but it's a lot.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, but I'm still happy with what I got. I mean, that's partly why I ended up with so many holiday or cruise pins, because when you're overwhelmed, you're like, okay, I'll take the Christmas one, or I'll take the cruise one, or you know what I mean? It's like you can't decide if you don't see exactly your collections. And I do have a cruise collection, but it's not a super focused one. Do you know what I mean? It's more like I take what I like and leave the rest. Although there's not that many Captain Mini pins, and I really like Captain Mini, so that was easy. Um, yeah. Frances, thank you for being here, and thank you for all your knowledge. You are a wealth of knowledge, and if anyone is watching the replay or anything like that, go check out Dream Finding with Frances, all one word, right? I'm going to link it below later. And like this video if you're on live and you haven't already. And I don't know what else to say. Tomorrow, if I can get, my whole editing program was like glitching on me today and my computer was grumpy. So if I can get it up, I'm going to start my Loungefly giveaway, where I'm giving away 4 Loungefly backpacks. So Yeah, Frances, maybe you'll get lucky, just
So, my watch later playlist is currently 1,368 videos. So I will get to your video in 3 months. Is my current progression of time. So
well,
your giveaway will be close.
yeah. Um, so
um,
that's crazy. Um,
I follow a lot of content creators and I watch a lot of Adobe videos at work, so they just pile up.
yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, no, it was a great event. It was super fun. Um, I enjoyed meeting you. I got to really meet and get to know Melissa and her husband. I'd met Kylie before, but like I got to spend time with Kylie both at the event and then on the cruise. I met a woman named Cindy who's starting a YouTube channel who is a subscriber of mine. And so that was really fun. And Cindy was right next door to like she and her husband were right next door to the boys and I in the hotel. It was like super random. Um, so that was fun. And then one other mother-daughter pair were like, "Hey, you're Singer Family Adventures," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." It's just,
Don't you
oh,
love when that happens though? Because like it doesn't happen very often to me, but it happens occasionally. And like it happened to me in line for somewhere in studios, and I was wearing a mask that day. And like the only way you could tell it was me is because I was wearing a Muppet shirt. So someone was like, Frances, and I was like, I don't know who you are.
right.
And they're like, oh, I'm such and such. I follow you on Instagram and TikTok. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went and I was like, oh, okay, I know who you are now.
That's very cool. It's very cool. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. And I figured, since I do a fair amount of pin content, the pin event's a good place to
Hmm.
connect with people. So it was really fun. And I'm going to share more on the channel. I'm going to show you the things I traded. I'm going to show you the things I bought. Um,
My full 20-minute haul is going up tomorrow at 7 a.m. I finally got it
sweet,
edited.
sweet. Okay, very nice. All right. Well, thank you. And
Thank
if
you for
there's no
having me. I appreciate it.
course, no, it's fun. It's fun to like, I now really feel like I know you. You know what I mean? It's uh, I,
We almost got stuck on Guardians together, so
oh, we got stuck in the beginning. They kept
yes.
so can I just tell people quickly? Like Guardians is the storyline is about technology breaking down for the
Spoiler
Guardians.
alert. Spoiler alert if you haven't ridden the attraction.
I mean, I'm not giving you details. It's just a piece of the storyline, right? So we're stuck in the line, and I mean, the line kept stopping at various places, and then they're announcing, "Well, this is broken down," and I kept looking at Frances, being like, "Is this the ride, or is this? I mean, is this what we're supposed to hear, or are we hearing this because it's broken at this point?" And it was back
Yes
and
and
forth,
no. Some of it was the broken part, the actual broken part, and some of it was on theme.
right? I thought it was funny how much you wanted to get stuck on the ride and excavated.
So, ironically, my fiancé sent me a TikTok. Someone was stuck at well, at a point at the very, very beginning where it's just all screens. I almost, if you didn't know what happened, I just almost just spoiled the start of the attraction. And it's just all screens, and it was just like bright lights, like when you see Space Mountain lit up and you just see the track. It's just all like a giant screen and then just BOGO lights and just industrial lights. And I was like, oh, that would be awesome to be stuck there. But also, there's nothing to look at. Like some attractions, you can stare at like audio animatronics or
Right.
something. No, you're just in a bright industrial sized room with industrial lights staring at screens.
Being like, "Where am I? What is this?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, oh well, it's a really good ride. If anyone's going to Epcot soon, get on it.
10 out of 10 recommend it. It's a very good ride, built
Yeah.
by very good people.
Yes. 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 So, all right. Well, congrats on your Splash Mountain pin.
Thank you.
uh,
Hopefully someone buys it for the price that I want to. Someone tried to barter me for it on eBay, and they're like, "I'll give you $200 worth of pins." And I'm like, "That's not how this works."
right. That's not well. It's not how eBay works at all. I don't know
Yeah,
you.
but also your $200 worth of pins could be scrappers for all I know. So this is
Exactly.
not happening. I want the cash.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, all right. I'm fading out. Thank you, and
Thank
I
you.
will go spread kindness, everybody, and see you real soon. And thank you, Frances.
Bye, guys.
Bye.